In this demonstration video, I'm going to show you how to make different forms of clay. I've already shown you how to do a pinch pot in another video, but in this one I'm going to show you how to make a coil, maybe like a little pancake. I could show you how to make a little ball of clay. Okay, and they're all pretty easy to make, but sometimes people don't understand how to do them. So what you'll need is just a ball of clay. Okay, so the first form I'm going to show you is a coil, and I'm just ripping off a little piece of clay. I could do it with all of this, but I just don't want to. So I'm just going to form this into one solid piece in my hands. This clay is getting drier because I've been using it for a while, but if your clay starts to get dry, all you really need to do is spray it with a little bit of water and it'll get wet again. Okay, so one way to form coils, and this is like a little log in my hand, is you could take your hands and sort of rub it together like this, back and forth. Okay, and this part dropped off, but this is just a little tiny coil, and you can use this to make lots of things. Okay, if it has kind of like a crusty side of it, too many things in my background. So if it has like these divots like this, that just means that the clay is sort of drying out, and you could just take your finger and smooth those out. You could also use a rubber rib or a modeling tool and smooth it out if you don't like those, or if you don't want to keep it the way before you add it onto another piece of clay. So this is how you make a coil. A way to make a little pancake, that's what I call it, a little pancake. It's like a little slab of clay. As you got your clay, you're going to form it into one piece again, and this is starting to dry out on me. Okay, and then I'm just going to press it with the palm of my hand down onto my canvas or my wear board if you have a wear board. Okay, and there's my little pancake. Okay, this is good for if you want to cut out like a shape. So say I want to cut the letter B, you can just use your needle tool to carve out that little bit. Okay, and the last one I'm going to show you is how to make a little ball out of clay. Maybe I'll show you how to make a little triangle too, or a pyramid. So I got a little piece of clay. I'm just putting it in the palm of my hand, and I'm just rolling the clay around in my hand. You could also use the table and do it like this. You could do the same thing when you're making coils. You just have more chance of picking up dry clay on your canvas or wear board. So my little ball isn't perfect, but it looks pretty good. Okay, and there's some light specks. Those are just the dry clay that's been absorbed into this little clay ball. Okay, and the last form of clay I'm going to show you is maybe a little pyramid. Okay, I'm going to make this into a ball of clay first. I'm rolling in my hands. I'm going to transfer it to the table. Okay, now I've got a little ball. I'm just going to throw it on the table or tap it on the table to get one flat side. So now this side is flat. Now I'm going to take the other ones and sort of pinch upward. So now these sides are starting to get a little flat. And then I'm going to just tap it on my table again on each side, and it'll force the clay upward, hopefully. I did it right. The best way to make different forms is just to play around with the clay. If you ever played with like Play-Doh or modeling clay, it's the same way as you work with regular clay. It just doesn't dry out as fast. Okay, so there's a little tiny pyramid. It's not perfect, but I think it's a pretty good start. Okay, so the forms that I showed you that you might use is a coil, and again I'm just rolling it in my hand, a little pancake flat slab made from your hands, a ball, which you'll probably use, and then just a little pyramid. I had fun with it. Okay, I would practice before you do anything, before you attach anything to your clay, just so that you know what you're making and you don't mess up something that could look really good. Okay, good luck making your different forms.